I used to think love was like the movies: grand gestures, passionate kisses, and unshakable trust. Now I know it can unravel in the most mundane ways, like discovering infidelity through food delivery receipts on a Sunday afternoon while organizing our monthly expenses. Being married to a management consultant meant accepting certain lifestyle compromises. The frequent business trips, late-night calls, and weekend emergencies had become our normal over 7 years of marriage. Michael's dedication to his career had helped us afford our beautiful home in the suburbs and regular vacation getaways, so I never questioned his demanding schedule. That fateful Sunday started like any other. I was going through our shared credit card statements, categorizing expenses for tax purposes, a monthly ritual that had always felt tedious but necessary. The first strange charge caught my eye: a DoorDash delivery for $78.50 to his downtown office, time-stamped 8:45 p.m. on a Saturday when he was supposedly in Chicago for a client meeting. At first, I dismissed it as a mistake. Perhaps someone at the office had accidentally used his card, or maybe the statement had the wrong date. But curiosity led me to log into our shared DoorDash account, and what I found made my stomach churn. 2 orders of beef Wellington, a bottle of wine, and chocolate lava cakes for dessert. Definitely not your typical working dinner. The rabbit hole went deeper. I scrolled through months of delivery history, and a pattern emerged. Every other weekend, when Michael claimed to be traveling for work, there were dinner deliveries to his office. Always for 2 people, always during weekend evenings, always with wine and dessert. The restaurants varied: upscale Italian, fancy sushi, gourmet steakhouses, but the pattern remained consistent. I grabbed my laptop and opened our shared cloud storage, where Michael kept his travel itineraries. Cross-referencing the dates was like watching a carefully constructed lie crumble in real time. The weekends with food deliveries to his Dallas office perfectly aligned with his supposed business trips to Chicago, Boston, and New York. The orders themselves told a story. Little notes in the delivery instructions like, "Please bring to 14th floor, suite 1402, and text when arriving," painted a picture of intimate dinners in his corner office with its city views. I remembered helping him choose the furniture for that office, picking out the comfortable couch and ambient lighting to make those late work nights more bearable. Now I wondered who else had been enjoying that carefully curated space. My hands shaking, I opened our banking app to check his corporate card statements. The work trips showed up there too: flights, hotels, client dinners, but they were all single tickets, single rooms, single meals, no matching expenses for a traveling companion. He had been claiming business trips while never leaving Dallas, using our personal card for his secret rendezvous to keep them off the corporate radar. Looking back, the signs had been there. The weekend trips had increased over the past year. His suitcase would return with barely worn clothes, and sometimes I'd catch a whiff of unfamiliar perfume when doing laundry. He had started keeping a change of clothes at the office for emergencies, and had been particularly insistent about handling his own dry cleaning. The final piece clicked when I remembered his new executive assistant, Claire, who had started about a year ago. Young, ambitious, and always working late, according to Michael. They had bonded over their shared love of fine dining and wine, something he had mentioned casually at a company party. Now those innocent comments took on a different meaning. I spent hours that Sunday diving deeper into our digital life together. Every food delivery order became evidence, every weekend away now suspicious. The DoorDash receipts showed attention to detail in their choices, remembering food allergies, specific preferences for spice levels, special requests for extra sauces. This wasn't just physical attraction. This was intimacy built over shared meals and secret moments. The next weekend, Michael was scheduled for another Chicago trip. This time, I tracked the DoorDash order in real time. At 7:30 p.m., 2 orders of coconut curry and pad thai were delivered to his office. The delivery instructions included, "Thank you for being discreet," a cruel irony given how their digital breadcrumbs had exposed everything. I waited until Monday evening when he returned, his suitcase wheeled in with the practiced air of a frequent traveler. He kissed my cheek, handed me a souvenir magnet from Chicago, and started sharing stories about flight delays and difficult client meetings. I let him talk while I pulled up the DoorDash account on our smart TV screen, displaying the weekend's delivery confirmation. The color drained from his face mid-sentence. No accusations were necessary. The evidence spoke for itself. His carefully crafted lies dissolved in the face of digital receipts and delivery timestamps. The next hours were a blur of confrontation, tears, and painful admissions. The affair with Claire had started during a genuine late-night working session. One dinner delivery had led to another, and soon they were creating their own ritual of weekend rendezvous in his office, playing house with gourmet deliveries and city views. He had chosen to have the meals delivered rather than go out to avoid being seen, never considering that the digital trail would be his undoing. What hurt most wasn't just the betrayal, but the attention to detail in their deception. The carefully chosen meals, the thoughtful wine pairings, the shared desserts, all planned and executed with a level of care that our own relationship had been missing. While I ate microwave dinners alone during his supposed business trips, he was crafting romantic evenings 14 floors above the city. The divorce proceedings were straightforward, almost anticlimactic compared to the dramatic revelation. The food delivery receipts became part of the evidence, each order telling its own story of betrayal. Claire left the company, though I later heard they continued seeing each other. Sometimes I wonder if they still order from the same restaurants, if those meals taste different now that they're no longer seasoned with secrecy. I've since canceled our shared DoorDash account, along with all other joint subscriptions. The marriage may have ended, but the lesson remains. In our digital age, infidelity leaves traces in the most unexpected places. Every app, every order, every digital transaction tells a story. Sometimes those stories reveal truths we weren't prepared to face. The experience changed how I view relationships and trust. Now, when I date, I pay attention to the small details, the digital footprints we leave behind, not out of paranoia, but with the awareness that authenticity should be consistent across all aspects of life, both online and offline. Ironically, I've become more adventurous with food delivery apps since the divorce. Each solo order feels like reclaiming something that was tainted by betrayal. I've discovered new cuisines, tried different restaurants, and learned to enjoy meals alone. Sometimes healing comes in unexpected forms, even through the very medium that revealed the hurt. For those watching who might recognize similar patterns in their own relationships, remember that truth has a way of surfacing through the most mundane details. While painful, discovering infidelity through digital breadcrumbs allowed me to confront reality with clear evidence, making it impossible to doubt or deny what I had found. If you've experienced betrayal through unexpected means, or if technology has revealed difficult truths in your relationships, please share your story in the comments below. Your experience might help others who are struggling to make sense of their own suspicious discoveries. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more real-life relationship stories, and hit that notification bell to stay updated on new uploads. Remember, sometimes the path to truth lies not in grand revelations, but in the small details of our digital lives. Thank you for listening to my story. May it help you trust your instincts and pay attention to the signs, no matter how seemingly insignificant they may appear.